Greeting, this is Maccabee. Welcome to the World Internet Radio, www.skylineradio.org.uk with the Godfather Show. Keep it real every Sunday with live interviews online or on Zoom with special guests and reviews with good music from around the globe. 11 a.m. till 2 p.m. GMT. So keep it locked. Skyline Radio to the world.
All right, going to play a song for the sound of the voice of the man who's going to very shortly in a short while. Of course, the man himself, Donovan Francis right now. Sometimes we have businesses that sometimes it don't concern some businesses, but some businesses do concern some. Take a listen to this here. skylineradio.org.uk in the afternoon.
Greetings, this is Donovan Francis. I just want to say big up to the Godfather and the Keeping It Real team. Love to all my fans across the world. More love, love music, reggae to the world. Greetings, this is Donovan Francis. I just want to say big up to the Godfather and the Keeping It Real team. Love to all my fans across the world. More love, love music, reggae to the world.
ragamuffin feels. So countryman, mind your pocket. Watch a stick a man down in night. A chigga happy policeman side the cool. Lick up a shot under the blasted down the busy street. Hey, yeah, yeah, alright. Now what a terrible vibe. A ragamuffin feels. Down the busy street. Hey, yeah, yeah, alright. Now what a terrible vibe. A ragamuffin feels. So country girl, mind your gold chain. A man snatch a man gone down the lane. Another police. There is something about the way Godfather play. Oh yes, it's magic. Hey, yeah. And the way he plays come to teach DJs. Oh yes, it's magic.
Yeah, man, this is Donovan Francis. I just want to big up the Godfather and the Keeping It Rich.
Down the busy street, yeah, alright. Know what a terrible vibe. A ragamuffin feels. Down the busy street, yeah, alright. Know what a terrible vibe. A ragamuffin feels. So countryman, mind your pocket. Watch a stick a man down in night. A chigga happy policeman side the cool. Lick up a shot under the blasted down the busy street. Hey, yeah, alright. Know what a terrible vibe.
Stand by for the voice of the man himself. This voice, this man here,
Down,
Donovan Francis from Jamaica.
yeah, alright.
Stand by for interview.
A ragamuffin feels. So country girl, mind your gold chain. A man snatch a man gone down the lane. Another policeman sight him again. Fire a shot and blast up fleeing down the busy street. Hey, yeah, alright. Know what a terrible vibe. A ragamuffin feels. Down the busy street. Hey, yeah, alright. Know what a terrible vibe. A ragamuffin feels. What a dangerous food. He's a dangerous food. What a dangerous food. He's a dangerous food. Down the busy street. A winner. Down the busy street. Aye. Chuck off your face and about a you. Policeman search you and then find you. Then watch your mama shed out crocodile tears. Oh, to see the murderer she fears. Hey, market woman, mind your pocket. Watch us stick a man they down tonight. Some angry iglas start the brute. Oh God, and a murder come. A jigga happy policeman come sight the coot. Lick up a shot under the blasted boot. Down the busy street. Hey, alright. Know what a terrible vibe. A ragamuffin feels. Down the busy street. Hey, alright. Know what a terrible vibes. A ragamuffin feels. What a dangerous food. He's a dangerous food. What a dangerous food. He's a dangerous food. There is something about the way Godfather play.
Greetings, this is Donovan Francis. I just want to say big up to the Godfather and the Keeping It Real team. Love to all my fans across the world. More love music, reggae to the world.
searching for love, but nowhere on earth can it be found. You see the wicked man building great guns and ammunitions, sulfated, decarbonated, sophisticated nuclear weapons that make the world so filled with impurity. There's no love for humanity. No, 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 no. It seems like there ain't no loving. Every king wants this kingdom to be gorgeous and sophisticated. But let me remind black people, let your mind be liberated. 'Cause in this world there is so much controversy. But if my people just have faith in God, say they will overcome the adversaries. In this world there is so much illusion in the world, man. You see this world, our world of confusion, man. In this world there is so much illusion. See this world, our world of abomination. Every king wants this kingdom to be gorgeous and sophisticated. But let me remind that people, let your mind be liberated. Yeah. 'Cause in this world there is so much controversy. But if my people just have faith in God, so they will overcome the adversaries. 'Cause in this world there is so much illusion in the world.
Sounds of Illusion, sounds of Donovan Francis here. ScannerReader.org.uk. What a song. Stand by for the interview in a short while. 1 o'clock, we feature this one from the top.
There is something about the way Godfather play. Oh yes, it's magic. Hey, yeah. And the way he plays come to teach DJs. Oh yes, it's magic. Yeah man, this is Donovan Francis. I just want to big up the Godfather and the Keeping It Real show.
Let's talk about it.
Yes, my people, you would have heard this song many, many times in the dance hall, in the parties, and the radio as well. This is the voice of Donovan Francis, sings this one, Tinker Magic.
There is something about the way you make me feel. Oh girl, it's magic. And the way you make me feel, I will reveal. 'Cause it's magic.
Greetings, this is Donovan Francis. I just want to say big up to the Godfather and the Keeping It Real team. Love to all my fans across the world. More love, love music, reggae to the world.
Yeah, man, I tell you, popular song, popular rhythm from the Gregory Isaacs. I tell you.
Talk about it.
Tinker Magic, stand by. Interview time, 1 o'clock.
Let's talk about it. There is something about the way you make me feel. Oh girl, it's magic. And the way you make me feel, I will reveal. 'Cause it's magic. I love
Donovan Banzana Francis from Jamaica. And I'll be on the Godfather Keeping It Real show on Sunday the 3rd of March 2024 at 1 p.m. UK time. That is 8 a.m. Jamaica time on www.skylineradio.org.uk. I'll be talking about my music, my journey, and my songs. So tune in to hear more about my music. Music move people in different ways. One love.
Make me feel I will reveal. Let's talk about it, girl. You make me wanna rock and groove. Oh, babe, I hope you will approve. On a scale from 1 to 10, can we do it all over again? But there is something about the way you make me feel. Oh, girl, it's magic. Wow.
Well, is it magic right now? We're going to wave that magic wand and get him live inside the studio.
Reveal. 'Cause it's magic.
SkylineRadio.org.uk. Good morning to you, sir.
Greetings, Godfather, and salutation to all the Skyline family and the Skyliners across the world listening to you at the moment in time. How you doing, bro?
I'm good. I've woke up a good time as well. Tell the people what time it is in Jamaica right now. What time is it?
Well, it's definitely 2 minutes after 8 in the morning.
And also, what's the weather like as well?
Sun is shining, the weather is sweet.
You're getting us all jealous around here. I must say, Donovan, thank you for finding the time so early in Jamaica to find time to talk to us on the Keep It Real show. You've been around
Yeah,
for...
man, definitely. I just say we have to keep it real, you know, 'cause that's how it is.
Yeah, man. You've been around a long time. A long time, because when I first started playing on the radio station back in 1988, I was playing one of your albums. Is it the Bonanza? What's the name of the album that you first...
Well, my debut album was and still is World Power on the Island Mango label, because I was signed to Island, and then Banzani.
Okay.
Would be the second one that I assume that you're talking about.
Yes, that's the one. So that's the second album then.
Yeah, Own Soldier, yeah, man.
Right. Yeah, that album I played. I didn't know who you was at the time, and obviously a lot of us who were doing radio, it was a new thing to everybody, because obviously the days of pirate radio station, everybody got their old records out and got their granddad's records and records from all over just to play on the radio, but not many people knew history, because only the people that knew about artists at the time was the selectors who were playing sound system before radio. So
certainly,
so a lot of people, general people, didn't know who was who unless you went to a dance or a blues and you heard the song, and the selector or the microphone man would tell you who was who. But since radio started, it's totally changed the whole game. People like yourself and other people have came to the surface, and your talent has come to the forefront. What I want to ask you, basically, how did it start for you, and how did you start in the first place, and who was your inspiration when you was growing up as a young boy?
All right, let's scratch the surface a little, because I'm from St. Mary, up in a little quiet community called Jeffreytown.
Okay.
Up in the hills of St. Mary's. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if any people is affiliated with the St. Mary settings, it would be like you're heading up to the St. Catherine, where St. Catherine and St. Mary meet. Close to Guysville, or further down with Gale. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'm from that community. Mother and father are from close communities. My mother is from Gale, also my father is from Jeffreytown. And we started out in school, like everybody else, knocking around on benches, started out in doing recital also, because, I was very let me say, very accomplished when it comes to composition writing, letter writing, any kind of literature. I could excel in that capacity. So from that time, I noticed myself being very skillful with words.
Okay.
So I start writing, sketching down here and there. Then my creativeness came up also, because I always want to do something else other than just doing what other people is doing. So I'm always on the forefront trying to create new ideas,
Okay.
So
let me just stop you there before you go any further. You as you said, you're doing a lot of sketching and writing, etc. So obviously you must have heard about various different artists at the time for you to start doing that. So who was one of your idols at the time?
I never really have idols, but I have people that I respected.
Okay.
Everyone who had made positive contribution in the music, I always admire. Dennis Brown, Sugar Minott, Ori Sandy, people like the Headtones, the Diamonds, the Black Wolves. These people were people that I was listening to coming up as a youth. The Ainika Moses, some of the greatest heroes them out of reggae music I was really listening to. And then I was more into Isley Brothers, some of the deeper R&B and soul music, Al Greens, the Heavenly Brothers, all of these people that were, Beatles, who Tom Jones, Engelbert Humperdinck. All right.
So a lot of people, you mentioned Beatles and everybody else as well, and the Heptones and so forth, as people that you had respect for. But there had to be one out of all. There had to be one out of all of them that you did that was on top of your list, though.
Let me tell you something, because this is keeping it real show. Personally, you see, my mother is also a great soprano singer.
Wow.
In her own right. So my mother, I used to follow her to choir practice. Because my mother was a choir leader, and my father was also an evangelist at the New Apostolic Church that I used to attend.
Okay.
I used to sing on the choir and the youth choir, and so, so my brother is also a singer, not a recognized one, but music run on both sides of my family. My grandfather, who was my mother's father, he and his brothers also used to have a band in Gale. Some, they used to play Mentor and the earlier genres.
Right.
So music run in the two sides of my family. So it was basically within hearing see Mama wash all the while, and she always washing and singing. Always everything she had to say sing. And she's this woman has so one of the sweetest vocals that I've ever heard.
Okay.
That nice head, the head, because you have different tonation like chest register and then head register. And she have this nice little between a chest and a head register. She used to sing some of the sweetest songs that I've ever heard as a child.
Okay.
So she was mainly one of my greatest influence. Then I have this brother that we used to call Palanka. He's a man where he might come all half mile along the road and you hear him bell out a song. So he used to live in Kingston, and when he come over, him always come check me and him sitting, and then we have this little group that we formed in Jeffreytown with a brother named Godfather. One of the earliest players, them used to have them little guitar, them could have bang a 1-3-5 like a G, C, D, G, C, back to G, back to D, and we used to all have vibes, so we used to call ourselves Godfather and the Black Knights.
Okay.
We hang out and rehearse at night time and evening time, and the whole thing there, because at that time I could not be out on the street, like going to dances and so, because we were church people, in the sense that we, my father is an evangelist, my mother is a choir leader. We grew up with that kind of reverential discipline,
yes,
according to what society would express.
Yes.
So everything. If it's one green banana, we would sit around the table and prayer after we said. If you even wash your foot and go to your bed, prayer after be said. Kneel down and say your prayers. Wake up in the morning, just jump up and run, go like a wild goat. You have to say your prayers and what?
Yes.
So it was that kind of spiritual discipline. Yeah.
That old time tradition is good enough for everybody at that time.
Beautiful. And that has cemented a certain discipline within the scope of how you live now.
Right.
That's because right. that has I may not have a lot of I have a real estate for sure, no man, I know this and that parents left. But when it comes to that kind of spiritual attributes and mannerism and certain kind of articulate discipline that they have embedded in us, it's priceless.
Yes, and also in that you have common sense and picking sense out of nonsense as well, and able to I hear you. And as you mentioned all that about mom and dad and being in the house and doing things with the tradition of being grown up with your parents, it's a situation where in today's society a lot of youngsters don't have that, unfortunately, and that's why sometimes things are the way they are in this world, because obviously mother and fathers are not together and the child gets kind of confused about what's right, what's wrong and stuff like that. But for us, we're the lucky ones that in the early days, to set a precedent, we had to go to church. I had to go to church too as well, whether I liked it or not. I had to go to church just to get that experience.
And it in my experience, it was good. It was good because it had cemented a very unique way of life for me personally.
Yeah.
I don't know about the next man, but for me personally, it has kept me out of trouble. Because there was time when, I was exposed. I had the opportunity to be in that kind of trouble. You understand?
Right.
Because in our era we were exposed to. It is more like a kind of strong JLP contingency.
Yeah.
You understand? So what would happen is that we would have people over from Tivoli Garden who used to come to the country, and these were known
notorious
men.
Notorious people.
Notorious. And they would be among the people, but the people would not know.
Right. Okay.
People like me now, me, I'm a virgin Chucky, and certain other youth where have a certain access to the step of them. We did know say, I'm that and this a man that and Ray a lollipop that and a Ray that and a stick man that and some of that other step as well where now deceased and killed and dash up a shooter's hill. See it? So there was this exchange where there were youth from our community that was going to Tivoli Garden also. They were like a cultural exchange. We have that kind of access where our people were there that were coming from there, and we get that kind of symbioticness kind of exists among us. Seeing and it went on like that until your name start to call. People start one and two shot fire here and there, and not at nobody personally, but once firearm in a area, shot go fire.
Yes.
People start to complain, say, through them still knock it, them say, we name Ghana station, so me a fire shot we a fire shot on me and Chucky and this. One morning, like a Saturday night, we went to the rehearsal and leave. So Sunday morning, me if go to church, no one me go down at the place, cause I forget something now and went back in the early morning. And when we go down the bridge and stand up at the door, we talk to a virgin and two sisters. when me look out the door, man, the amount of police. Yeah, the man them swarm the place and man down pan me with rifles and rain and the whole house surrounded and
wow.
Yeah, boy, say.
So you was,
boy,
you,
come for your split.
So you was at
Boy, say, come.
So you was at the wrong place at the wrong time, not knowing what the implications would have been.
Or maybe the right place at the wrong time. I don't know. I don't know. Because you have the transition going on. So the boy, a boy said, come for your spliff. And I said, there's a little youth, you know, about 15. I said, we spliff that, sir. I must say, come. He must say, this is one I say, man, find a spliff to you at the same time I ground. I said, come for this. And really lock me up at jail and we down there for about a couple of days. And,
So
mother get crazy.
Your mother gone off for the reels now.
My mother get crazy in a good way. And just say, yo, me a ship you out guy your granny. I send me go Port Maria.
So what did your dad say to all that? Was your dad?
Yeah.
It was.
You know that's there when I want in a long time.
Yeah.
Covering our company, you don't know the grind.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a man who would come and exert no whole heap of fire, because he's one of the most dynamic person I've ever met.
Okay.
Very dynamic. Even within his preaching, he was so articulate. He could just deliver the word. And you know that the type of pastor we are on a snorting. Nah. That man who he's such an intelligent man, such a dynamic preacher, and still he wouldn't be snorting and carrying on with no craziness. But when he finished delivering the word to you and break it apart and in cubicles and open it up to you, you like a school you go.
Okay.
You know?
All right.
So he's one of my greatest aspiration also, because he was a good father.
Okay.
You know, we never have much to boast about, but you know, in the sense of materialistic accomplishment, but he was a good father.
Okay.
When it comes to growing up kids, you know.
That's nice to hear that still, because a lot of artists we have up here, they don't go as deep as you have just done that, but it's nice to hear what the reflection was like with mother and father and yourself and
man, keeping it real, man.
That's right. So let's move on from there then. So obviously you've listened to all these great artists and people that you respected over the years, and obviously your mother played a part in the church. So how did you get your break to start getting involved with other people in the industry?
All right. So as I said, now the transition began. So I left Jeffreytown, went to Port Maria to stay with my grandmother, with the intention to learn a trade at the trade center. So when I went to Port Maria, I went to what they would call art academics now, you know, academy.
Okay.
So I went to art, and in those days it was called a training center.
Mm-hmm.
So we went over there, did the test, then passed the test, the technicals, and we're trying to choose a trade. And the man was telling me that everything is gone. The only thing left was mechanic and body works. I said, sure. I like car, but I like grease, you know?
Right.
You know, so yeah, so I said, all right, me try body works. And him say, all right, come back Monday morning. I think I went the Friday. So while I was walking now back from the training center and heading home, I heard this kind of pulsating beat. Boop, 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 boop. That's all I could hear. One type of melancholy strain, just had one enchant. I don't know if it described the word within my vocabulary, but it's just a straight beat. And I said, what sounds so? Because it didn't sound like somebody was knocking. It has a different kind of sound to it.
Right.
So I follow the sound. Until when I finally reached where the sound was, I stood next door, and there was an Indian brother there. We used to call him Scally. He must say, you can go over there if you want, you know. I said, no, man, I'm go there, some man. But there was a band rehearsing at a place they used to call Zion.
Right.
You know, and when I reached next door now, I could hear the guitars and the singing because they were rehearsing for a show. You know, but from the distance, all you could hear was the beat of the straight four and the drum, boop, 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 boop. So when I reach close, now you start to hear the melodies and the whole singing and the whole, you know, articulation. You know, so when, you know, I stood there and listen, and then I left. But when I went home, I could not sleep because this beat just keep beating me over and over. So I was really, so the brother said to me, say, them do this every day, man. You can come over tomorrow, man. And so I went back, wake up early in the morning. I went back. And when I reached, there was a member of the group Foundation. I think he was Jalu. He was there, and you know, and then Vinnie Taylor, who is the brother of Mickey Simpson. You know, he was there too, and a couple of the artists. You know, because that was like a training ground for most of the artists who came out of St. Mary. There was this great substance of artists that came out of Portmore, St. Mary.
Right.
You know, and those days were like group. Most people were doing groups. You know, there were Foundation, Jam Messengers who were revealers at the time.
Yeah.
You know,
as you mentioned, groups at that time. A lot of the artists them who are now solo artists started off in a group. So everybody started off with a group because there wasn't really many solo singers around at the time, was there?
No, there were many groups because at that time, you know, Jamaican art musicians were more into kind of adapting that kind of OJs and Manhattans and the different kind of group thing that was going on, you know. All of these beautiful melodies, you know, a couple of guys come together and form, you know, a trio or a quartet or whatever, and they would do harmonies and melodies.
Right.
You know, so they were really doing that.
So how did you get involved? Once you started to go there on a regular basis, how did you get involved?
So the next day now, I went and they were rehearsing also. So, you know, I told Vinny that, you know, your music man, do you know, like this, you know, and he must say, you're rehearsing and show, man, you have any song? And I say, yeah, man. I'm a rehearse, a Sugar Minot, and some, I think it was Skylarking, and a couple other songs that I knew, and D Brown, you know, here I come, and them tune there, but a couple of songs they featured me on, and Vinny was saying, yo, we can't leave the youth here, you know. So Vinny Taylor, who is really, sometimes I mention him as teacher, he was one of the persons who gave me an opportunity in the sense of that kind of introduction.
Right.
Because they were rehearsing to do their little skit around the community.
Right.
Gigs here and there, you know, and they introduced me. I went and do a couple of songs, and you know, and the impression was just everlasting.
So once you got yourself involved and started to do some rehearsing, some songs, do you know the name of your first song that you did that got recognized?
Well, I did a couple of songs because my situation is kind of really unique in the sense that I'd never had a song in the street before I was signed to Ireland. You know, Chris just heard my songs and signed.
You said you used the word, you talking about Chris Blackwood?
Chris Blackwell, yeah.
Okay.
Was signed to Ireland through Jack Ruby.
All right.
You know, through Jack Ruby.
So Jack Ruby and Chris was working together kind of thing.
Yeah, because I was introduced to Jack Ruby through Vinnie Taylor also.
Right.
Because Jack Ruby came to listen Vinnie and his group that was called Earth Messengers at the time. And I was playing, you know, because I can play a little bass, I was playing acoustic bass for Vinnie. And cause we used to do that in Mobile, because I did the cabaret in Mobile also before that.
Okay.
You know, so you know, while I was there playing bass with Vinnie, and Vinnie them finished doing their thing, and Jack Ruby all knocked down by their performance and their song. Vinnie just said to him, say, you know, casually, Jack, that you have some song to, you know. And Jack said, let me hear them now. I'm just relax, some big truth, world power, illusion.
Let me see if me have that tune up here so right now. I don't think I did. Hold on there. Let me just touch it right now, Carl. Let the people know I'm going right now. So this is one of the songs that you did, which came on the album, which was obviously the first time you met Chris. What was it like? What was it feeling like to be known that you're going to be on the label for the first time? You're moving up the ranks now. How did you feel?
One of the greatest feelings. One of the greatest feelings. Let me just say that to you, because enough respect to Jack Ruby, for his involvement, in making this happen to a point, and when the opportunity was offered to be signed to Ireland, so Jack Ruby came with a contract and I said to him, but Jack, we're not gonna need lawyer to do this, man. Sweep through this, and I said, nah. I said, Chris want the contract to go to England tomorrow. So that contract was signed on the bonnet of Jack Ruby.
So hold on there. You said something that a lot of other people, I've never heard him say that. How come you mention the word solicitor? What was on your mind at the time?
Yeah, because I'm a learned man who does not have nothing on paper to show on the wall. So I follow these things. I'm a studied person. I just read and ascribe and
Okay.
I know that the discipline of you being contractually involved with something must have to take a lawyer to look through.
But this is the situation happening. Many of that situation happening in Jamaica, where people were rushed. People were rushed to get things done because people like yourself want that song to be reached somewhere else around the world. So you probably bypass that for the say, all right, I did one time, I'm going to do that right now.
So let me put this situation before you. You be me now. You be me up a country. Up a country, I rear some big tune, and somebody step to you with the greatest opportunity of your life, and him have you between trying to go find a lawyer and be inside tomorrow morning.
Well, I'm gonna go for the morning. Yeah, I wouldn't bother. I wouldn't. I hear what you're saying still, because obviously to get a solicitor.
I'm not saying it was the best. I'm not saying it was the ideal thing to do if I was saying this to a young artist now.
Yeah, but at the time,
I would say wait your patience and get your lawyer to solicit your situation properly, and professionally.
Yeah.
But at the time, you were thinking, Island Records, one of the greatest company in reggae music, in general, Bob Marley, Heineken Mosey, Blackwell, you too. You think of all of the great people that is associated with Island Records, and you say, and the opportunities is being presented now for me to be a part of that catalog, and I took the other. I took the latter.
Listen to this. This is a situation that even happened last year. Even things have changed. People still make mistakes. I use the word Luciano. Yeah. Luciano was in that position last year.
I was looking at his thing, and I think his thing was kind of a misunderstanding. It was a kind of a misunderstanding of how you what you understood and what been said to you. So I understand his situation. It's kind of different from mine in a very different way, in the sense of I deliberately did that. In which I tell you somebody I won't just sign Power and Carbon with Jack Ruby and Jack Ruby driver.
Doing what you do and the songs you've done over the years, you've got a catalogue of songs. And those catalogue of songs have made a big impact to your industry. You've done a lot of traveling around the world. Tell us about a couple of the places that you've been to since you've been out.
Well, I've been to continental Europe, all the way to Rome, Milan, France, Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, up in the Norwegian border.
Wow.
Just name it. To continental Europe. Yeah, then UK also. I played the Hammersmith Odeon also. Then I did continental North America also. 52 states, 48 states to be exact. You know, all the way from the Nevada desert straight to Colorado Hills.
Okay.
You know, California straight to Washington, Seattle. We did all that on the road for months. You know, and the months doing grinding up from 112 degree out in the desert to 25 below up in Aspen, Colorado. So we know that. Poorly dressed one, you know. That's like, you know that we used to call it the poor tour.
So hold on there. When you went to them cold places, were you unprepared for the clothing that you was required to wear?
The first time I went, I never properly dressed. I catch pneumonia on that tour.
So you
we couldn't stop.
Okay.
We couldn't stop with that. The good thing that the tour manager did kind of was into herbal, and they get me some echinacea, some lemon, and some rare. And
so surely going anywhere, you would have sort of investigated what type of weather it is and what clothing to wear before you went anywhere.
No, cause you happy. I remember saying no. You're coming from Nevada desert. Let me set it out for you. You're coming from Vegas, whole of the Nevada desert.
Right, that's true.
And then we go up into Colorado. Not that you know. When I say poorly dressed, I mean not as equipped with. I remember say when snow under your foot at 25 degrees below, you need a certain kind of footings, certain kind of shoes to wear.
Yeah, that's right.
You understand? And you need a certain kind of dressing at the top to keep your chest warm. And we have scarf you wrap around your neck, and you buy a hat, and you have tried to keep warm, but not in the sense that, because remember that it's like a soldier will drop into a situation, I just fight your fight. You understand? The people not gonna tell us you're not gonna know which part every landmine there, not the field, but you'll be looking out for it.
Yeah.
Understand? Okay. So you now as a soldier have to know that if the shot get too extreme, then you take cover until it subside.
Right.
Understand?
Yeah.
And set your position, and then you move. You know, you have to rendezvous, and you have to do whatever you have to do as a soldier to make sure that you are not KIA. You understand?
I hear you. Well, all right. So obviously a great experience by traveling around the world, seeing a lot of different things. Which one of them was outstanding for you?
Africa.
Okay.
Africa. Yeah, I did Africa, and I went for 7 days, and I stayed there for 7 months. You know, so a different kind of experience again. You know, so sometimes I tell her, say, you will go to a place. All right. So everything they look can look so real on paper until when you touch the soil.
The plan was okay. So
disorganized.
So the plan was to be there for 7 days, and you end up staying there for 7 months. What turned you from 7 days to 7 months?
It's a great experience.
Right.
Great experience. Things like Amanda said. We went in to do a show, 2 shows. Work out the show venue change. Organized discrepancies, I can say. Organized discrepancies in that terminology.
Right.
And then everything starts to switch up, and it'll take another couple of weeks to reorganize what has been disorganized. Understand? So you promote, man, you don't know, you already make we set out this one on you another couple of weeks, my brother, man. Come on, man. Let us stay another couple of weeks, so we set this. But you did that. Understand? You did that wait, and my brother is gonna be good, man. It's gonna be okay. And when we finally did it, it was okay. Then you are trying to get your thing together, and by the time you did it, you realize, it's good. It's not always great, but it's good. See, I've made a lot of people, met some great people. I want to big up a brother, One Sound Entertainment from Nairobi in Kenya. a brother named MC Marley. A lot of people I've met in the journey.
Yes.
You know, DJ Sheriff, a lot of great people. You know, did some great interviews, play some great places, see some nice places like Meru and Mombasa and, you know, Kigali and, you know, different places. You understand? So it was a nice experience that money couldn't have paid for, even if it was paid for.
Yes, that experience.
You know.
Yeah.
And then because there's a lot of artists, Godfather, who was sing out them belly about Africa as have the financial capability to go to Africa, and I've never been there.
Yeah, I've heard that. I've heard that
They've
argument.
Never been there. Them could have buy their own ticket and go vacate if they don't want to go work. Them could have do anything, and them never been there.
You know,
so I give thanks for that opportunity. It was like a 360 degree for me.
Yeah.
You know, because at least I went back to where I came from.
Just to jump onto what you just said a while ago, in terms of people sing out their belly about Africa, this and that, and they've never been there, never sort of made any contribution to anything in Africa. And so the actions speak louder than words. So even though people singing some great songs, it's all about the action, not much the words, because the words can be used in different ways.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, I can understand if you have never gotten the opportunity, or if you have never reached the point of that financial capability to, you know, make that kind of transition. I can understand that. But if you have a lot of men who speak about that, but still hang on, say him now go if him money no pay, and him no this and that, which I can't blame him to, because if I was going back again, and it's that I'm booked for something, if you give me 10 cents, you better say 9 cents come. You know, seeing? Yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, that's how it's going to be. That is how drastic it would be this time if it's for money.
Right.
But if it's on a voluntary service or some humanitarian situation, then it's quite different. But if you ever tell me, say you want me to perform, and you tell me, say 10 cents, send 9.5 cents come before I leave this. Because those promoters are kind of
fishy,
you know,
fishy.
Kind of shaky.
Yeah, man.
Shifty and shaky. I see the brothers who came down there and find themselves in the same situation where, you know, it look good on paper until okay, and when you reach on the spot, you know, situation shifted. But I say it all depends on how you take it.
Yeah.
Because the greatest attribute a man can ever have is tolerance.
Yes.
You have to learn to tolerate things.
And you can only take so much.
Tolerate man in his different opinion, you know, in his different philosophy, in his different ideologies, in his different religious matters. You have to be tolerant about these things in order to stay alive and don't be in some ignorant, quarrelsome situation with people every day.
Yeah.
People will definitely spew out their chain of thought to you and how you are going to deal with it. You are going to fight everything when you hear.
No, you can't. No. So let me jump to some of your songs here right now, because we're running into time here right now. Wow.
Knock man.
Yeah, well, I'm going to knock you, but I ain't got much time to do any much knocking, because time is nearly, you know what I mean? But it's good to hear your side of your story and go into details. And I like that. And a lot of people who are listening right now would have, I suppose, have enjoyed listening to your part of your upbringing into the industry. And
yeah, man. Because you tell me say you're showing and keep it real enough.
All right.
And the only thing we can do is out of the mouth of the righteous come the truth.
That's right. Okay. All right. So you are going now. You did a song called Serious Man.
Yeah.
This is about yourself and how you saw things and how you thought, well, it should have been.
Yeah, that's me. That's me.
Okay, let me just.
That's me. I live what I speak, and I speak what I live.
Okay, let me just hear. Let the people hear a little bit of this song here, "Serious Man." All right. Okay.
Life on a joking business. Life on a joking business. I'm a serious man, and I don't laugh with you.
Greetings, this is Donovan Francis. I just want to say big up to the Godfather and the Keeping It Real team. Love to all my fans across the world. More love music, reggae to the world.
Life on no joking business. Life on no joking business. I'm a serious man, and I don't laugh with even. I'm a serious man, and it seems like a war is again. I'm a serious man, and I don't skin teeth with even. I'm a serious.
So at what point did you start to sort of put these lyrics together? What happened in your life? What happened to you when you made this song? You don't skin teeth with people.
I just as you know, as life teaches experience.
Yeah.
You know, because you know, I'm the kind of man who keep one personality. You know, because if me hungry, and I know, and if my belly full, and I know, because I just have one personality. Like some man, they smile when his belly full, but him face knit up when him hungry. Nah. I just keep one personality, you know, allow files to be read like that, unless if I choose to tell you something.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? You know, like some people you go bleeding, you know, like, you know, nah, we don't do that. You know, so I'm the kind of person that know where that would, you know, that's my life here speak, you know, I'm a serious man, you know, and because it concerned what I was seeing happening in the societal era of how are people being treated, and you know, people still think life is all about eat and drink and be merry. And it's not about that. It's more than that, you know. So I have to just keep a focus.
Yeah, true. You have a couple of brothers with you that you move together with on a regular basis. The IRIMS crew. Of course, IRIMS is in tune this afternoon. I know for a fact he's there right now. Tell us how did you all you guys get together? How did you meet IRIMS?
You know, I've seen I've seen him on a couple of occasions, but I met him officially one day. We were, you know, me and a brother called Profile, we were making a run, and Profile stopped by to check him because of Profile Bridging. I have been Bridging, you know, so you know, we came by his place up above, and we stopped by and we were there reasoning, and you know, that's how I met him. Yeah, one of the sweetest brother, man. Good dude. Really good.
Yeah, man, a good brother still, you know. Got many links this side of England.
To the point where my son call him Uncle Rems, so you must know.
Oh,
you know?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a brother like that. Good youth, good clear youth where you know, some truth speaking people will just get it clear and you understand him, even if it no want to suit you, but you understand.
you know when you got kids, young men or children calling people who are not part of the family uncle or auntie, it's totally respect, that is, you know.
Yeah, man, totally respectful. His son is like my son.
Right.
And my son and his son play together. My son, you know, speak about his son, and his son speak about my son, you know. So we keep that tightness, you know. We keep that. Even with my brethren, when I'm you know, we're close brethren to Vision. You know, he's my bass player and producer also. He is his son, but my son call him Uncle Vision too, because of the closeness and, you know, the symbioticness that we share as brother, and the respectfulness, you know, because him now go hear me speak on the hill against Vision.
Right.
And apparently his son haven't heard him speak on the hill against me. It's like it would have just trickled on to him. Right. And he would be looking at me on a different level, and my son would be looking at Vision on a different level.
Okay.
You understand? Without that level of respect. So we have to establish that. Even when it comes to relationship, when mother break up, father break up, but who suffer? The child. Or the children.
That's right.
Yeah, because woman can go find new man, and man can go find new woman. But who the child find? Or the children find? They find separation. They find the spirit of confusion. They find the spirit of being disorganized, dragged from here to there. Them left not a problem. You understand? So even when David said, my mother has conceived me in sin. There's a lot of children who have been conceived in different kind of situations. Man go dance, buck up woman, two of them are drink and get drunk, and then go have them time and picnic come. Understand?
Yes.
So that's when you say being conceived in wickedness, mean that you know,
Right.
to unsanctified people having a child in our kind of unsanctified situation, then the result can be dangerous.
Yes. And the confusion.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, man, confusion, man, spirit of confusion established there. But another child problem. You know, after time, it's just like when because days gone by, the village grow the child. But now, not even the teacher can talk to the child at school. Some ignorant parents run go down there and want to lick down teacher. I want to go fight off teacher and Pitney and if Pitney come see you, come talk up, I hear you in the house I talk. If a girl ever lick you again, we are going to do. Oh, wait. So you expect him to go to school with that kind of intention? Feeling that him can go lick down teacher in a school.
Yeah.
Because you as a parent said that. Even although you never say it to him, but you say it in his hearing.
And you hear it.
He say, oh,
you hear the argument.
Godfather will defend me. Yeah. Everything in life, Godfather is a seed sown.
Yeah. So even when the parents feel that the child now listen, then can be behind closed doors or somewhere in another room. I hear the argument when they talk to somebody else.
Yes. Oh, Dada, we can lick down teacher if me ever misbehave. But you should not do nothing again. And then it doesn't give him that space of respectability that him can respect authority. Because him think that somebody who has the authority over him will come and lick down the next person who have the authority over him. So so the whole thing, the whole discrepancy getting and it just die down and become not. You have to be careful of all these things.
All right.
Right, brother.
So you did a song thing called I Am From the Rocks. Now, just give us the interpretation of why you sang that song the way you sang it.
Yeah, so as the lyrics say, if them ever ask you where I'm from, please tell them that I am from the rock. Island boy rock. And if them ever ask me where I'm from, I tell them that I am from the rock. Island boy rock. I'm from the Pearl of the Caribbean Sea. Talking about Jamaica,
Yeah, of
and
course.
still don't call Jamaica name. You understand?
Hold
so
on.
Make people know that I'm from this rock,
Okay, don't say a word. Hold on there. I'll give the real deal. 9 minutes ago, before the hours of 2 o'clock, we're talking to, of course, Donovan Francis.
Oh, rock of Gibraltar, catch him at the altar of Falta.
So Donovan, this is your latest track?
Yeah, to date.
Okay.
Yeah. This is the latest track that's been produced by Andel Tucker and also executive producer Vincent Morris from the Vibrant Music Production Inc.
Okay.
Andel Tucker is a renowned producer who did Shy Guy and a couple other songs. Marky Priest too. He's been around doing this thing.
Okay.
During a Tucker career, he was responsible for that. Work with Barrington Levy. Only parties, too many things. So
I noticed yeah, many people listening to the show would say you're a good talker. I love that because many artists come on the platform sometimes and I've got to sort of drill them to get things out of them. But you're just going on, and it's good. It's good to hear other things from other people from around the world, not just Jamaica, but the whole of the world. We talk to people that we know that has a lot to say.
me not a secret, Godfather.
Well, I haven't found it. I haven't found it myself, so.
No secret, brother.
Well, the only
secret here for hold me ransom too.
The only secret I have for you is that you're going to be running out of time in a short while.
And that's not a secret because you already told me.
And we haven't even gone to it.
It's good. It's beautiful vibration.
Man. We haven't even gone to the good part still of the interview. But you know something? When I got that going on. Well, put it this way. when I got some spare time or spare Sunday, because the Sundays are fully booked right now, I've gone far as June. So, we can hook you back up again and just go through some of the things that we didn't get a chance to talk about, because we can't do it now because we're running out of time. I've only got 6 minutes left, and you've controlled the whole of the show, which is good, So we're gonna bring you back another time. All right.
We do that if it's the most I will. Yeah,
the most I is instructing me that can only happen for another show. You know what I mean? So we're gonna give them time for them to learn this song. I'm from the Rocks, and also the one from the Gregory Isaacs thing called Magic. Those two songs right now are on everybody's lips right now. So I'm getting time to dance more to it, etc. Then when we come back, we can say to the audience that things have developed since that time and things have moved up. And probably by that time,
right now I'm working on a brand new album, looking to doing in the studio, working on some new stuff, some very powerful stuff that I could say for the moment. So.
Right. So
I would like the world to know that I'm coming at you very hard.
Okay. I hope that the album that you're gonna have will be out as soon as the album's finished. We can do that then. That would be fair, wouldn't it?
Well, that might be a little time off, so I couldn't place time and space on that. Well, because it's production and production take time. But what I aim to do is to drop a single from it. No, I'm gonna drop a single, or maybe 2 singles before, and then we drop the album. Okay. I won't be doing no EP.
Couple more minutes to go. I want you to tell the people where they can find your music, and then send out your last request before it's time to go.
Yeah, man. As you know, you can find me at donovanfrancis.com. Donovan Francis 004 at gmail.com. You can find things. So you can go on YouTube. Google up Donovan Francis or Donovan Banzana, because affectionately known as that, to Donovan Banzana Francis. Once you put in those things, things that will pop up. Check my thing out. Seeing promoters, if you know them, I'm ready for the gig.
You ready for them? Well, all right, that's good to hear. Well, all right. Where's it gone? He didn't even get a chance to say he's reconnecting, having bad line in Jamaica. Well, all right. Donovan Francis there for the Massive there right now. Of course, he's having connection problem. Actually, you know something? We're going to end it right there because you're still there?
Yeah, we have a disconnection.
Right. Well, you've only got 30 seconds right now, so you just got to say your goodbyes and God bless and etc. And then we'll hook up for another interview.
Yeah, man. I say we want to, as I said before, let's bless up all of the Skyliners family and the Skyliners across the world who listen to this program, and we just want to know that greatness is still ahead.
Okay. Thanks. Thank you very much, and thanks for your time. And big shout out to the crew and the Irons family. I know for a fact.
Yeah, man. Bless up Irons. Bless up people in Nairobi, Africa. All about.
Okay. Bless
up Vinny Taylor. Bless up Bijan. Yeah, man. Them out that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man.
I'll give you a call and one check on it, etc. You got already still. So.
Yeah, man.
On that note, thank you very much. Manners and respect. Yeah, man. Every time. All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Yeah, okay. Cool. Sounds of the man himself. Man called Mr. Donovan Francis there for the Massive right now. SkylineRadio.org.uk. I must say, a very good talker. Could I get a word in sometimes? That's good still, though. At least you're listening, and of course, they get the chance to climb on the platform and express their views and their feelings, and that's what it's all about here on the Keep It Real Sunday show. Like I said before, people, loads of interviews that Godfather's done over the years. Got some cassettes. I got to get out my box and look at them cassettes too as well, to go on to the Keep It Real radio. We'll have more details on that. I'll give you the site. For those who've got the site already, good. For those who haven't got it yet, give me time to sort of get it together, and then I'll tell you next week, because I think next week, Sunday, we're going to go live on that radio platform alongside Keep It Real on SkylineRadio.org.uk. Next week is Mother's Day. And, of course, we're going to have a wicked time. And also, we're going to have a special guest in the studio, Squiggly Bashman, one of the most talked about MCs at the moment. He is well known for what happened with Jake and Soul Supreme and Love Injection, but it's more about himself. Until that time, God bless, take care. Next week, we're going to play this lady. Next week.
Well, I'm saying everything, you must tell the Father thanks.
Next week, Sunday, the lady called Lady the Flamer. Next week, Sunday, we have some tunes around here, but we never get a chance to play them today. So next week, we pop them out on Mother's Day, yeah? All right? You won't be disappointed. Until that time, God bless, take care, look after yourself, enjoy the weather, and enjoy your Sunday day. Bye for now.
Give me a spirit of discernment for the wolf them in the sky. Them will try to bring me down through me. I step up in a lie. Yeah, and I shall never leave my side. Oh Lord, 'cause with you I abide. Yeah, under your shadows I will hide. So I lift my hands, yeah, and I just wanna say thanks, yeah. Yeah, I just wanna say thank you, God. I just wanna say, yeah, so I lift my hands, yeah, and I just wanna say thanks, yeah. Yeah, I just wanna say thank you, God. I just wanna say, oh, we seize every weakness, every trial, every mountain and sea. Hey, it's your girl, The Flame, a.k.a. Lady Flame, representing for the Godfather. Oh, we seize every weakness, every trial, every mountain and sea. Hey, it's your girl, The Flame, a.k.a. Lady Flame, representing for the Godfather, right here on Keep It Real Sunday Show. Keep it locked. Under your shadows I will hide. So I lift my hands, yeah, and I just wanna say thanks, yeah. Yeah, I just wanna say thank you, God. I just wanna say, yeah, so I lift my hands, yeah.
Big shout out to the Godfather with the big shows, news, reviews, and interviews, and lots more. Godfather, you are the real big man, you know. Mary said that.
Yo, this is Mark Professor of Arriva Studio on Keeping It Real. W Crazy with the Godfather. Whoa!